Good morning. My name is Brian Johnston, and this morning I'd like to talk about the spreadsheet and some what ifs and some possibilities. First of all, I'd like to say that in most cases, in the daily trend, which is outlined here in the red as short or green as long, has an 80% chance of being successful. In other words, if you're trading with the trend on that day. So let's look at some of the things that we can see. We are looking at the now price, the average price, the high price and the low in the hour trend. So we're looking at this current at 10772, and we're trading, if we're trading short, then we want some things in our favor. In this instant, the monthly, the weekly and the daily trend is short right now on the Australian dollar, and let's just look at that. And it's saying we should go short now on the Australian dollar. It's saying that the EMA is at 0, so we want that to be about 3. The signal here is long, but the daily trend, you notice the daily trend is changing. We've got to keep our eye on this and see whether it will continue in the long or the short. It's at 0 at the moment. Isn't that funny? We're looking at 0. And we're looking down the trade. So if we had a long trade on at the moment, here is a possibility of the strongest one is the CHFY, and it's at 2 plus in the now trend. The CHFY, and we just want to look at the CHFY group, and we can see some things here with the CHFY, and we can look at the chart. We want to look at the hedge is going up and the basket's going up. So here we have a trend that both the monthly, the weekly and the daily trends are long. It's a daily trend, 80% chance, and the EMA is at 2. You then will go to your chart and look at your chart. So which one out of all these trades has the greatest weekly trend to be in your favor and has the signals in your favor is that. This trend here on the Great British Pound, everything is short, the daily trend is short, and there is EMA. So here are 2 trades you can look at in the short and in the long. The other thing that this is showing you, that if you're trading counter the trend, you can trade the swap the broker's interest, the broker spread, sorry for all this, broker spread. And then if you're trading the broker spread, and this is 1073 now, the high was 1072, and you're going long on the broker spread, it'd be better to trade that when that drops down to the low if you're going long, and if you're going short you want the opposite. So it's just how you're trading the broker, just using the broker spread money to trading the plus and minus 0.0113. So this spreadsheet is giving you a different way of looking at it, at selecting a currency for your use, and straight away you can look over here and see the ones that are following in the trend. The trend for the day, the weekly and the monthly is CHFY, and you have a EMA trend of 2 plus 2. So it's a strong trend to trade the CHFY in the positive now, and we want to quickly we saw that the basket was long, this was long, and we're looking here, and you can see the long trends on the UHF, CHFY. You could look at this group and then look at that, but of course on that group the Great British Pound JPY is short at the moment, and this is another way, and then you will go straight to your charts and select the one that fits in with the best chances of success. So when we go back to the spreadsheet, we can see that certain ones have a high percentage rate of could be a success. Everything is telling you on that one to go long, and you can look at a short one. Here's a short one, and here's another short one here, and so you can trade the short or the long. Now if you're trading the shorts and you want to be sure of it, and you want to trade with the trend direction, example in the Great British Pound is a trend direction for you to look at trading. Then if you're trading those shorts, you want to look at the price now in relation to the high at 159.53, so you could wait till that goes up, bounces back up, and go in and take a quick swap interest broker's spread trade, taking the pips between the high and the low, and there's about 5 pips, so you can certainly play the broker spread with plus, 0, minus, plus, etc., and take a short spread trade on that. These are just some of the possibilities. What if you're trading the what ifs. Of course, always remember that when you're trading with a trend, the daily trend, you have an 80% chance of success. You can see always that the price returns to the 0 line, so you've got plenty of information on the charts here, and you have the daily trend is short overall, which is showing in here anyway. Okay, that's just some ideas of using the charts, and also once again there is the season average. Here you have a seasonal average that I spoke to you the other day of putting in the prices on here to see what the current price 1 month ago was in regard to the current price here. Okay, that's all from me now, but I hope you can come up with your ideas of using the spreadsheet, putting in what ifs. Then if you feel that this is satisfactory later on, we can look at putting some of these ideas incorporated into our MT4 platform. But this is not a bad little system to go looking at your you can see at a glance, and you can see the trend. You know your trend warning is up here. It is currently showing you short, and when this trend goes long, and you can see the groups of Euro, Great British Pound is currently trending at slightly between 0 and 2. The US dollar is short at the current time, and the Great British Pound is short, so that you can see that's in confirmation with your trend here. When this trend goes to 0, you've got another trend change, and generally if you're trading 3s or 5s or 8s, you want to be trading to the plus swap interest. So if this is not an option here, then we're looking at trading the daily trend, and then trading if it's a concentrated daily trend, we're looking at the charts and looking at the EMA, and perhaps playing the quick scalps on the broker's swap interest. Okay, that's just a couple of thoughts for now. Of course, if you're sticking with one currency, you can just plop your chart in here, and it's simply a matter of going into your demo trades, grabbing a chart from here, just copy and paste it in on your signals. So at the moment I was looking at the Australian dollar. This is the for the whole lot, the price now against the closing price, and etc. Okay, bye for now from Brijon. God bless, and remember, try your own what ifs, put in your own scenarios. There is no right or wrong way to trade the Forex. I have just given you some ideas of using what ifs, looking at the charts, and the best thing about trading this is you could have even put in your Williamses in here if you wanted to. But I think this gives you most of it. But you can certainly change anything you like and play with it and come up with some ideas. This is just rough draft. I have not checked them all out. You will have to check them out yourselves to use that. But it's given you, I hope, some ideas on trading the trends. And as I said, you can look at your strongest trends long, and some nice strong trends to trade your shorts is a couple here where they are trading weekly, daily, etc. Okay, bye for now from Brijon. God bless.